You excited?
Just a little bit.
What's going on, guys? Sorry, it's been a while. I am sick and sniffling and eyes watering, but I wanted to get this video out because it means a lot to me, and I figured now's the time to get it done. I didn't get to film a lot when we were there, so I will update you guys as to what's going on. But basically, one day I was at a car meet and I randomly got a text message or a Facebook message asking if I've ever owned an 81 Toyota Starlet. I was kind of confused, but then I remembered my dad had one growing up. When I was growing up, my dad had one in the late 90s. So I asked my dad, and I'm like, you know, your Starlet was red, right? So I told the guy, I said, yeah, my dad, you're probably looking for my dad. He's had a Starlet. And basically he was reaching out to try to get the title signed over. And at that point, a flag went up. I was like, hold on. Are you saying that you have the car? And he sent me a picture of the car. It's white now. And he said there's remnants of red, and he sent me some more pictures, and there's just some stuff that pinpointed that it was my dad's car. So immediately I asked him if we could buy it, because that's just, we have a lot of cars, but that's one of those cars that, like, it's hard to replace just because of the memories that it has. And like, I grew up around that car. That's what introduced me to rotaries. You guys don't know it, but my dad's a big rotary guy. We have a few rotary cars. But yeah, so the guy said he didn't really want to sell it, but because of the history and the fact that it was ours at one point, he said he'd be willing to sell it. So we made it happen, and literally the next morning we drove out there to get the car. And when we showed up, it was like a time capsule almost, other than the fact that they painted the car white. There was so much there that my dad pointed, like, on the way to go pick up the car, my dad was like telling me about things that were done in the car, and he wonders if they're still there. And there's a lot of stuff there that, like, something as stupid as tinted taillights, because that was a big thing. So anyway, let's move forward with the footage that I do have, and we'll catch you on the back end.
I spent all day today sweating my ass off. We pulled the motor and all that.
Cool.
But there she is. I'll turn the light on and all.
Yeah, there's all the little bits of red.
Yeah, like when you guys said like, oh, it used to be red, it hit me. I was like, oh, that's all the red from the engine bay and all that. Yeah, like all this red. And I was like, oh man, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, they don't even make them anymore.
They came in though.
Yeah.
I found one though, like about a year ago.
So I didn't record much when we picked up the car, but this is my dad's Starlet that he used to street race and drag race back in the late 90s. And literally the only thing that's changed is the color. It used to be red, and you can see in some places, like over there, it's red. And they cut the tunnel out for a Toyota beam swap. But the guy sold all of that. But we got it with the transmission. There's a 12A in the bed of the truck. The door sag. Weld wheels. It's got a Chevy 12-bolt rear. It used to be a Datsun pickup rear end, but now it's Chevy 12-bolt. And it's got plexi windows. It's got a stock glass rear window, stock glass front window, and nothing in the engine bay. We're gonna have to obviously put a tunnel back in it because they had to do that for the beams. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that my dad pointed out that he did when it was his, like the tinted tail lights, and then he actually told me to look under the fender and see if a master cylinder was there. And there's a master cylinder there. He did that because these cars are originally cable clutch cars. Oh, it doesn't have brakes at all. I forgot. If it wasn't so ghetto, I'd leave it. It doesn't have brakes. No. It's so easy to stop.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, but the doors over there.
No shit.
I mean, it's hard bolted. And it's been a while since you got this thing, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely putting a quirky in it. They don't sit low enough or far enough back. So you gotta think when you put a helmet on, it's not gonna. Yeah, see, you gotta be able to put the clutch down. You gotta think, pick your leg up. You ain't 25 years old no more. Sounds heavier, a little taller. Yeah, it's quick. I told you, it's just the side glasses that we needed this. You feel the nostalgia?
Oh yeah, definitely.
What's like your fondest memory in this car? Like the first thing that comes to mind?
Racing it in Moroso.
AKA
Nope.
Palm Beach International Raceway.
Yeah. Going down to Nopi National.
So I don't know if I've mentioned it already, but it had a beam swap put in afterwards. That's why the firewall is cut out. They did aftermarket mounts, or they did their own mounts. But these here are for the front plate for the rotary, but the motor sat too far forward, so we're gonna set her back quite a bit and make new mounts. She's also getting some coilovers, updating, because it probably hasn't been ran since you sold it, honestly. If it was ran, it wasn't long. Although these slicks feel pretty soft. Like
yeah.
Unless somebody was prepared to get it ready to go back, but it's got an old school plastic cell. Looks pretty clean. I mean, considering it's plastic, it shouldn't really get dirty. The old expanding foam, don't worry, we're getting rid of all of that. I have a nice cell we're gonna put in it. That stuff's super flammable.
Bucks.
That box cost you $250?
250 bucks to
You can buy them at Walmart now for like $30.
to be legal at Nopi.
Even the
It was right here.
yeah,
Clean it up.
they janked that up pretty good, but so he could tell it was his specifically by the tinted tail lights, the fuel cell install, for the most part, other than the expanding foam, I'm guessing, because you ain't that ghetto.
No.
Oh, it's got a Puerto Rican flag? Oh. It came with, we put the motor inside. It came with another 12A, and it came with first gen tranny, both seats, both of these seats. We're probably gonna put Kirkies, obviously, because we're both big guys and tall, so We need to get down and back as far as possible. Probably flock the dash when we take it out to clean up the tunnel. Maybe some modern gauges rather than the parts store specials that are in here. It's got
autometers. Still retro.
It's got Sun Pro gauges with autometer stickers.
Yeah.
The harnesses are probably expired, maybe, more than likely. Let's see what it says. April of 14. So somebody's raced it. I mean, they put updated harnesses in it. So this is the donor car for the Starlet. Originally, my dad, we put it together for a street car for him. And it has a Bridgeporter 12A cog setup, QFT. I want to say it's a 650 carburetor. Holly blue pump. Nothing crazy, but it sounds really good. The AC's on right now. Otherwise, I'd start it for you guys. But we're gonna take engine, transmission, carb, basically all of the ignition stuff, and put in the Starlet. And maybe it might get a little nitrous plate. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. I thank you for coming along and watching. I'm very excited for what's to come. I will hopefully be uploading some more content here soon. Between that and my new road race car and some other stuff, it's just life has been crazy. So look forward to more progress. I'm going to make sure my dad and I document the whole build and you know, bring you guys with us along for the process to get it back to the track and get him back in the driver's seat and having fun again. You've probably seen in a lot of my other videos, specifically the CRX videos, where my dad helped me a lot with that car, and you know, he's always been helping, and he hasn't really had any fun cars of his own in a long time. So I'm very excited to have him back in a car of his own to play with. So like, comment, subscribe, share, and I will see you guys in the next one.